Shutter Island sounded like a really good film and I was really looking forward to it. It turns out it actually exceeded my expectations, which is a rare occurrence. This actually has an overall average rating of 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb, which is phenomenal. I apologise if you can hear a weird noise coming from outside. A bike just screeched past the window. 8.2 out of 10 is absolutely incredible for IMDb, and that's across over 1 million reviews, so it really is an absolutely phenomenal film in terms of its reception. It was released in 2010, directed by Martin Scorsese and written by Laeta Kalogridis, based on the novel by Dennis Lehane. I haven't read the novel, but I think I'd quite like to and see how it compares. The description from IMDb is as follows. In 1954, a US Marshal investigates the disappearance of a murderer who escaped from a hospital for the criminally insane. So, Shutter Island, the island is an island on which there is a hospital for criminals who are not of sound mind. So people who could not necessarily be blamed for their crimes because they're mentally ill, but they need to be kept on this island for the safety of others. And DiCaprio's character, Teddy, goes to this island to investigate what on earth is going on. And there are the reports that a murderer has escaped. Now, the really interesting thing is that there is a female murderer who is the focus of attention. And I love that, because I so expected it to be a male, and it wasn't. And I thought it's just a small little thing that makes all the difference, that makes it not cliche, that gives this image of the murderer a new angle. Now, granted, it's an insane murderer as far as the narrative goes, but I really liked that decision, and I think it worked even more effectively because of that choice. I won't say any more about the narrative because there are quite a few twists and turns, and at one point I just could not believe the direction it took. It was quite shocking and disturbing, and I didn't see it coming. I was so impressed with the execution of this really fascinating premise. It worked so well on so many levels, and even now, as I'm obviously thinking about it, I cannot get over how gobsmacked I was. Obviously, DiCaprio has an absolutely fantastic performance. It's got a very strong cast. Mark Ruffalo, Ben Kingsley, Michelle Williams, Emily Mortimer. Everybody in this acts very well. And obviously a lot of these characters are quote-unquote criminally insane. So they don't have necessarily traditional personalities, and they're quite extravagant or menacing, and they're very well acted. Even the ones that are extras, there's a lot of effort gone into this, and the dialogue's amazing, the pacing's fantastic, the lighting is really good. It is an award-winning film. It's won 11 awards with an additional 66 nominations, which is, really quite impressive. I'm not going to go through them all because we'll be here forever, but as far as I can see, it wasn't nominated for an Academy Award, which is shocking given how fantastic the reception is for this film, and it really is bizarre that it wasn't nominated for an Oscar. It definitely should have been, and it definitely should have won. It's amazing. I don't want to say any more because I don't want to spoil any aspect of it whatsoever, but it's one of the best thrillers I've ever seen. It will mess with your mind. I love a good, gritty, unpredictable psychological thriller, and that is exactly what you'll get from Shutter Island.